Oregonians have used the initiative more than the citizens of any other state. It will always be with us. It is essential to Oregonians' views of what their government is about, their sense of democracy.
We love the initiative process, but yet there are flaws. Ballot measures are oftentimes complex, confusing, hard to understand what the long-term impacts are.
We've seen a number of different initiatives kind of have a back and forth with the legislature. Too often there have been cases where people after the fact have just been like, we didn't know that's what it was, or the whole buyer's remorse issue. Citizens Initiative Review brings together a cross-section of we the people, if you will, to work on figuring out what these measures are all about and then helping to inform their fellow voters. The final panel is balanced by age, party affiliation, location of residence, gender, ethnicity, education attainment, and then voting history, which is how many elections have you voted in of the last 4.
I'm guilty of being swayed by ads one way or the other, and I know that's wrong now after seeing how skewed the information is from either side.
They have a chance to hear from advocates for the measure and advocates against the measure, a range of background experts.
I think like many Oregonians, when I get that voter's pamphlet and start flipping through the measures, it just becomes daunting because there's just so much information, much of which is just propaganda, and it's really hard to figure out who's telling the truth, who's not, who's right, and I think this process helped me figure out how to do that.
24 of us spent 5 days talking to experts, reviewing all the materials, taking all that information and putting it into one source for the voters to review, and I think it'll help people make a more informed decision.
I think it really helps that a diverse group of citizens have taken time to go through the information to figure out what's important and stated it in a clear way so that voters can really use that information to inform their vote.
I think it's easy for people to be really despairing about politics because of how divisive things are. And I think what's different about the Citizens Initiative Review is it's not like that. It really is we the people coming together to work on a common agenda. I mean, you can see it in the process when after several days people sit up and take notice, and even if they have differing views, they're able to work together in a way that I don't think you see in other politics today at all.
They will understand that they can take back the process, that the system is not broken.
It'll be interesting to see the ad campaign after going through this whole process, because I'll be sitting there going, wait a minute, no, that's not right. Or
I really think that if every Oregonian had an opportunity to do this and took that opportunity, that, man, we'd be like the smartest voting population in the nation.
And over the longer course of time, the impact we hope it has on the initiative process itself is that initiative advocates take a closer look at the measures that are qualifying for the ballot and keep this process in mind, knowing that there is essentially a public hearing. This is a national first. Nobody's done election reform in this way to date, so there are a lot of eyes on where this goes, and we hope to see people pick up on the work we've done in their home state to reform the initiative process in other locations.
I wish more people could go through this process because I think it would make them appreciate the whole process of voting. And it really makes me mad when people say, oh, my vote doesn't count, because it does.